Hey gang, welcome back to the Destination Baby and Kids YouTube channel. This is Gina. I am super excited to be here with you today to go over a really fabulous product that I now have some pieces for, which will make it make more sense for the viewing audience, and that is going to be the Perego City Loop stroller system. So I have been a fan of this forever since it was launched, but now, like I said, I've got some other pieces to show you guys that will help kind of illustrate my point about what makes it so special. But before we launch into it, go ahead and hit like, go ahead and follow, go ahead and subscribe. Every time you do that, this channel viewership grows. The larger numbers we have to show to manufacturers, the more likely it is that we get products to be able to demonstrate for you. So we have strength in numbers. Thank you so much for following. And additionally, if this video is inspiring to you, go ahead and share it with someone. Maybe it makes sense to share it with a friend or somebody that you know that's expectant, or grandparent, or somebody that might want to buy it for you. And then the other thing to think about as well is to go ahead and head to my website, destinationbabykids.com, to purchase it. I am a real life brick and mortar store here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Anytime you see something you like on one of my videos, there should be a link to purchase it directly from my store on the video, provided that I carry it. And I definitely carry this. Also, really exciting, if you buy this product from me, you get a 5-year warranty. If you buy it from Amazon, you get a 2-year warranty. So, in your face, Bezos. No, just kidding. I love Audible. All right, no. Let's launch into what makes this so fabulous, and we'll explain it versus another product just to help you guys understand it a little better. All right, let's launch into the Perego City Loop stroller system. Now, I've done a video about this before. I actually did a video about this versus the Doona infant car seat. So why am I showing you this again? I want to hit on these feature points again because Doona, people still call and ask about all the time. There's clearly tons of advertising that's done for Doona to make people have like awareness of what it is. So what is difficult for me about Doona is that it's very heavy, and all it is a car seat on wheels. So not only is it just a car seat, it's just an infant seat. So this seat is just to be used with an infant, and every seat has to have the height and weight on it. Let's look at what that would be. We have a weight limit of 35 pounds and a height limit of probably 32 pounds on this guy, or 32 inches, excuse me. I'm not seeing it printed directly on here, which is atypical, but it has to be on here somewhere. So 35, 32. If we sneak over to our Perego City Loop, which, hey, that looks like a stroller on wheels too. It is, but it's so much more, and we will launch into that. Our weight limit on it is going to be 35 pounds, and the height limit is going to be 32 inches. So they are the same that way. So that's cool, right? They'll hold easily through the first year of baby's life. Now, these are slightly different price points, but if these were equivalently featured, meaning if we give storage to Doona and we give Doona a handle that's not plastic, one that's leatherette, both of these products come to be very, very close in price. They're both going to be around $630 to $650, depending on how you want to do it. But why does this matter? Doona at $550 doesn't have storage. The Perego has the storage basket underneath, which we love. Doona also has a shorter handle height. So my point here is I would have to buy a basket to hook onto the back of this for $40 additional. Also with Peg, we have a leatherette handle. On Doona, we have a plastic handle. So to add that leatherette piece here to make them even Stevens is gonna cost us more money. Now, some things that we can't change, okay? So these are very, very close in price, but what would be differences? Well, one big difference is gonna be handle height. The Doona is a shorter handle height than the Peg handle height. So Peg actually has 2 handle heights. You have a super short, so if you have like a little sibling that wanna pushes, or yourself are just shorter, this is an awesome short handle height position. And then you've got a taller handle height position. I believe it's 40.5 or 41 inches. I wrote it down. On the Doona, we're at 37.5. So it is a shorter handle height on the Doona, which is one of the complaints on it. People talk about hunching when they push it, versus here it would be taller. So one thing to keep in mind there. Now with Doona, as we saw, that is our sunshade. On our Perego, our sunshade, this color, by the way, is called Blue Shine. I'm obsessed. It's probably like the best color they offer. You get a much larger sunshade. So why does that matter? Babies get the most sun damage the first 2 years of their life. So anytime you can put a sunshade on them, be it in a car seat or in the stroller, I would strongly encourage you to do that. Nothing more frustrating than seeing adults with lots of hats and sunglasses on and out walking, and then they don't have the canopy on their stroller engaged and they're letting their kid burn. Not cool. Anytime you can shade them, okay? So this sunshade, I would argue, is kind of poor because it doesn't give as much coverage as the sunshade that you see over here. Now, another really cool feature is that people talk about not wanting their kiddo to be in a car seat for longer than 2 hours at a time. So I'll see people on vacation with Doona, and it's clear the kid is sweating, they're tight, they don't look like they want to be in this anymore. And if they fall asleep, it just doesn't look very comfortable. One thing that's absolutely unbelievable on this model that you see here, I've got the Perego lounge car seat shown on here. I have a handle that I can just pinch, and now I can recline my seat so my baby is laying flat in their car seat. So if we want to go for longer than 2 hours, we don't want to feel guilty about their body being in a V shape, and we want their body to open up to be more comfortable, more relaxed, have better respiration, better swallowing. The lounge car seat enables you to do that because it goes from inclined to reclined. Now, this is not a feature that you can use when you're driving, but when we're on the stroller, we're going to be able to do that. Now, here's another feature that's pretty cool. Let's say you were at San Diego Zoo and you brought these guys as your option for stroller for traveling with your new baby or littler baby. Oh, you want to see what's going on, little baby? All right, let me turn it around. Okay, now we're at this event. Let me turn it around. And we've got this big bar in the way, which, you know, if you have a 1-year-old in here, that would be kind of annoying and frustrating. Something that you're going to be able to do on this guy, and this is getting to the point of all of this, is you're going to be able to flip it around. So this is where these products are going to be super different. There we go. So locked in, we can have our handle come back, and kiddo is able to see what's going on out at the world. Now, the reason why Doona won't be able to do that is because Doona is not a separate stroller with a car seat. Doona is a car seat on wheels, which presents its own set of horrible challenges. I think the biggest frustration for me is that this is always 17 pounds. Even if there's no baby in here, I have a doll in here right now, but if there's no baby in here, because the wheels are always on it, it's 17 pounds to lift it into the car, even without a kid in it. So let's add that 35-pound baby, right? Okay, let's just do 30 because that's easier for the math. That would put me at 47 pounds. And like, yeah, I lift, but I don't think I'd be able to lift 50 pounds like a pendulum up from the ground. This is 17 right now with a doll, and get it up and into a vehicle on a base. So I think that is just inherently a goofy aspect of the design. I really wish the wheels were removable. I wish the handle were longer. I wish this came with a basket. I wish this had a bigger canopy. I wish it had a better base. All of that is covered by PEG, and it's like the same price. Plus there's other additional benefits, which we're gonna talk about now. So since Doona's kind of not my favorite here, we're gonna kick it out of the conversation because this is gonna show what's different and special here. So I did have another store owner indicate that she would only do a Doona because when she were to go put it in her car, there wouldn't be the additional pesky step of having to fold this guy and, in her mind, put this in the trunk. So the stroller component here is 12 pounds. My seat's probably about 9 pounds. But the point of this is that you're actually meant to put both of these in your back seat. This is not meant to go into your trunk. So for the gal who brought this up to me, I love you, Heidi, but just to point out, it's in the information that was sent to every store. This shows the car seat without a base, and then we've got the stroller folded right here. All right, we're low on battery. Give me 1 second. We're gonna sort this out, and then we'll be right back to talk more about this. Okay, so as we pointed out, it doesn't need to be a separate step of having to go out to the trunk and put the stroller frame in the trunk. We can put that stroller frame in the back seat. So Heidi, I'm still gonna say that I think this is a better option than Doona because of what I'm about to show that this one does that Doona does not do at all. There's no making Doona do this. So in addition to this being lighter weight, made in Italy, longer warranty, 5-year warranty, longer expiration because the expiration starts from date of purchase, not date of manufacture. Just kind of in every way, this is a superior product to that. So, and still this, I like this better, I just do. But this is what we're talking about. So we have the infant car seat, and then we have the stroller frame, right? So this is in our back seat. But eventually, and the same problem happens with the Doona, our baby is gonna outgrow this infant seat. Infant seats have handles. This is indicative of the fact that they're portable. Your next size car seat, once your baby outgrows the weight or the height of whatever infant car seat you're using, and not both, either or, you need to move up to the next size car seat. Your next size car seat will not be portable. It's gonna be a style that stays in your car and you physically remove the baby out of the car seat and then you set the child into a stroller that has a stroller seat. So this is where this product really shines. Because unlike Doona, which is just a car seat with tires on it that can never be separated, here we have an actual stroller frame. So we're gonna go ahead and open up our little 12-pound stroller frame. There is a lock on the side. You can just open that up, click it down, pull the handle up, and now what's so exciting that you can finally purchase for it, which was and is sold separately, the seat unit. This is the stroller seat. This is called the City Loop stroller seat. This stroller seat weighs 7 pounds. It actually weighs about 6 pounds, 15 ounces, but we're gonna go ahead and say 7 pounds. This stroller seat is fabulous. This stroller seat has a 50-pound weight capacity for on the little stroller. It has a height adjustable canopy, so we can scoot the canopy up or down depending on kiddo's height. It comes with a front bar. It also comes with, this is so unbelievable. I can't believe that Peg's switched to this. This is so great. Let me take this leatherette front bar off. Put that right here on my ladder. And then the seat itself has this really fabulous magnetic buckle. So it's a little squeeze buckle, and then there's a bit of a puzzle clip here. Let's put the two pieces together. And I'm doing this blind just to kind of illustrate how it all finds itself and hooks up together. There, so now we're buckled and I didn't even have to look at what was going on. It's all buckled, which is great. Now the other thing that's so exciting, you're like, ooh, black, that might get kind of hot. You can remove this back piece, the back liner of the seat, and the seat itself, the backrest, has mesh material, and that's my hand moving around back there. So we're gonna get air being able to flow through all of this material. Additionally, if this gets gross, if this gets sunscreen on it or something, we want to wash it, we can take it out and do that. So, stroller seat, $229 when we're ready. The frame that we were looking at, the part with the wheels and the basket, that's also $229. And then Perego makes 3 different infant seats, all made in Italy. All have that amazing 5-year warranty, provided you buy it from me and not off of Amazon. And then all 3 also will hold that kiddo the first year. Now all 3 don't have recline. I like the reclining car seat. That's the lounge, and the name lounge is indicative of that. It does that lie down. But that's gonna be what makes this guy so special. You can do all that car seat stuff with a ton of strollers, but then the stroller seat component that's purchased separately is really special. So now we take our City Loop frame, and we have the option actually to place the seat facing either direction. So that's another huge benefit of this guy. If we're talking about travel strollers like Minu V3, Minu V2, Bugaboo Butterfly, Doona Travel, even the Peg Volo, which is their own travel stroller, none of them have this ability for the stroller seat to remove and do parent facing. So let's say you are in Europe and you have a bambino about 6 months old and you don't want to do the car seat. You would have the stroller seat directly on here, baby facing you. Obviously they would be locked in appropriately with the 5-point harness. But here, as you can see, I can have that face-to-face contact with my kiddo in a travel stroller situation, let's say we are in Italy, we're visiting the Colosseum or some horrible crowded place that's wonderful, but horrible just because of the crowds, we're gonna be able to have kiddo facing us if they're having a freak out or they're not into whatever is specifically going on. So having a reversible modular seat on a travel stroller, nobody else is really doing that. They're really, really trailblazing here with this option. And the other part that they're talking about, which makes perfect sense for places like San Francisco, New York, London, Hong Kong, PEG is a global company. PEG stands for Filomena et Giuseppe. It's been around since the 40s. It's a family-run brand, family-run company out of Milan. So we love all of that. But just to show the seat itself is able to face either direction. So again, we are at the zoo with that 1-year-old and they want to see what's going on. We don't have to have them continuously facing back toward parent or caregiver. We can have them facing out toward the world. Now, nice feature here is the seat weighs, and like this is what I was talking about the canopy being adjustable. So it can be taller or shorter. We'll give you the measurements in just a second. But one thing to show is that it absolutely folds with the seat on it. So let's say you wanted to take the London Underground and you wanted to fold this up, you could do that pretty easily on the train platform, and it does have a carry handle. It also has a little handy dandy shoulder strap. You wanted to wear it over your shoulder, you could do that too with the shoulder strap, which is pretty fab. I like the handle though, I like more of a briefcase style. So you'd be holding them and holding your kiddo, no problem. This stroller does self-stand, so we don't need to worry about it flopping open on its own. You get the handle up and you click it into place. So it's super easy to open and close, which is really, really awesome. And as I pointed out, 6 months to 50 pounds with the seat compartment. The seat will hold the 50-pound kiddo and works starting at as little as 6 months. So once we would be done with the car seat, we'd move ahead and do the stroller seat. Now they also make a bassinet, which can go on here. I don't have that component. Yes, it's gonna be really sweet. I'll probably show that in another video. Again, because the car seat reclines, and I think more Americans are concerned about the kiddo being in the car seat for a super long period of time, instead of having them have a separate thing, maybe it's more useful to show a car seat that offers them that convenience of the recline just in it. And so while it's great that we have a bassinet option here, thank you very much, PEG Perego, I think the reclining car seat is amazing, because I would have a different bassinet solution for in-home anyway. I wouldn't want my stroller bassinet to be my in-home bassinet. I don't even know if they make a stand for this bassinet piece, if it's meant to be for overnight sleeping. I'd have to look to see. But again, I'm a little bassineted out at this point. I think, again, the greater value is the car seat that reclines, which is that PEG Perego lounge car seat, which retails for $429. So $429, you get a car seat, you get a base. That car seat can be installed with or without the base. The base is extremely safe. Okay, seat back, 19 inches. Top of our harness height is gonna be 15 inches. So it's quite a tall seat back. We've got a 15-inch harness height. The seat depth is looking to be about 13 inches at its fullest. If we drop down the kick plate, we're at an 8-inch depth, and then our drop here is 10 inches. So that's all on point with all the travel strollers that are out there. The width of the seat as well is about 12.5 to 13 inches wide, 12.5 at its narrowest, and then getting wider toward the top. Our canopy clearance here, let's set it to its tallest, which it is set to right now, I believe. And then I'm gonna zip this up just to give myself a little bit of ease of being able to see. So it is a little bit lower of a canopy clearance. We're looking at about 23 inches. If you think about a lot of the travel strollers, they may go up to 27. So you do get higher canopies than some of those other options. I'd argue those are gonna be for kids like 6 or 7 years old. A 6 or 7 year old, you know, I mean, not really that old. Let's say like 4, 5, 6. Here we're cutting out at like 3 or 4. So it is a smaller overall height dimension there, but you could put your kid in a hat, not a big deal. Our basket opening in the front is going to be 8 inches, and our back is pretty cool because this can fully open up and down, and so then you get a clearance of about 8 inches to put things in the basket. And I do believe the basket holds between 11 and 15 pounds, so somewhere in there, which is really nice. Now, again, you get a lot of value with this City Loop travel system. So you buy the frame and the car seat, or you can buy just the frame. You can buy the frame, you can buy the seat, you can buy the frame, the seat, the car seat. You have so many choices and so many fun colors. So this seat comes in 4 color choices. It comes in Mona More. This color is called, this is not true black, this is called metal. So this is slightly, no, metal was my Volo, excuse me. This is true black. There's Mona More, there's Blue Shine. There's a couple of really, really cool colors on City Loop. No, there's no Blue Shine on City Loop. There's only the Blue Shine car seat. Perego needs to make a Blue Shine seat for the City Loop that's just for Brixie stores. That's what Perego needs to do, because we're such big supporters of this. I want my own exclusive color. I want Blue Shine on the stroller seat. That's what I would like to see. So if Peg wants to do me any solids coming up here in 2025, that's what I want, okay? But as you see, black looks really cool. I think they do the same color I showed in the Volo, which you could also watch. That's called metal, which is sort of like a green black. And then there might be a third color. I don't know. I'm going to have to look to see. It's hard to keep this all straight. But the point of this is that, again, we're buying the incremental pieces. We're not stuck with components that we're not using. So most strollers, when you buy them, you have to have the stroller seat up front. You're storing this component the entire time that you're not using it. Maybe you only want the frame and the car seat and you want to make a commitment to this portion later. Or maybe it just makes sense that you just want to buy stuff because for your budget, it's just more cost effective to space out the purchases. That's not wrong. I think it's a really nice option that one of the companies is finally responding to the way that younger people want to buy, which is not everything up front, all this crap that you store. It's purchased as you need and as you kind of go. And the other fun thing is that maybe you want your car seat one color and you want your stroller a different color. You can do that. Not everything all has to be matchy, matchy, matchy. You can make it however looks good for you and your lifestyle. Okay, if you have questions or you have comments, go ahead and leave them below. Go ahead and hit like, go ahead and subscribe. If it makes sense to share this video, go ahead and share it. If you want to see this versus the Volo, I do have a video just on the Volo, but I don't have them compared yet, but I will coming up soon. And you can check out my other City Loop video going over it just with the, I think, baseless Perego car seat. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of the City Loop. The pricing is awesome. The quality is excellent. The value for dollar cannot be beat on the product. The $229 frame, $229 seat, $429 for the car seat with one base included, can be used base or baseless, however you want. You can buy extra bases for other cars, but it does get that recline when it's either sitting on the floor or sitting on a stroller. I mean, I'm sorry, like nobody can touch that. Oh, and both parts are reversible when it's on the stroller frame. Nobody else is going to do that for you besides Peg. So yeah, hopefully that answers some questions. Leave comments below. Go ahead and check out our other videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've had a blast making this for you.